Well, welcome into Celtics Post-Game Live, presented by New England Ford Dealers and Ford Trucks. Scal, Eddie House, Amina Smith here with you. And the Celtics lose to the Miami Heat 109-103. And the Celtics came within 1 point of the Miami Heat in that fourth quarter with about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Scal, a roller coaster ride for this Celtics team, trying to get back in it, but then they shoot themselves in the foot. Just what happened tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want the Celtics to win, but in the basketball world, you're not supposed to win when you turn the ball over 25 times. You're not supposed to win when you come out flat and a team punks you and a team is flexing on you. You're not supposed to win that game. They did get it to one because I think the Celtics are a better team. But, I mean, this is not how this thing works. You have to take care of the basketball. You have to execute. You have to pick on matchups. I don't think they did any of that today, and they were still pretty close. But, I think my MVP of this game was Kyle Lowry. I think he made a huge difference.
He made a huge difference. He came in the first quarter. He changed the pace and the tempo the way that the Miami Heat had been playing the previous two games. He was pushing the tempo, pushing everything. Offensively, they were getting in things early, getting out, finding guys early. We came in kind of tap dancing and ballet dancing, right? When the Miami Heat came in like steppers. You know, have you ever seen the Steps show when they come in there? That's how they came in. So they came in with a lot of aggression, and we was kind of on our heels, and it took us so long to get back, and we started turning the ball over, and it seemed like it got contagious.
And let's talk a little bit about Kyle Lowry real quick. 10 points and 5 assists. And Scal, you mentioned it, talking about how Kyle Lowry made a difference. Just how did he change the complexion of this Miami Heat team?
Pace.
Yeah.
He gave him confidence. You see the way that he pushed the ball up the floor, kind of probing to see where the mismatch was. Look, Gabe Vincent's a good player. He makes shots. Kyle Lowry runs a team and knows how to win. And you could feel it right from the very start of this game. Yeah, his imprint on this game that's how they got that 26-point lead.
Not only him, but I put an APB out for Bam in my bag, guys.
Look, it might have been
because I put an APB out.
No, that's what I do. I do that all the time.
I put an APB out of him, and they found him. And I thought I lost the number. You know, he was on the back of a milk carton.
But you said, like, when I talked to you, you're like, they're going to go to Bam.
I did say that yesterday.
Me and Eddie were playing pickup yesterday, and I go, what do you think they're going to do? I mean, you've been in part of Spolstra. You're like, they're going to Bam. They're going to find a matchup, and they're going to go to him. So why you call him out before?
Well, because I was hoping that he would stay lost.
Gotcha.
And they found him, you know. But he was aggressive too, and how he got his was just being. Everything was fast.
Energy.
Nothing that they did was slow offensively. Everything they did was quick. They know that they have a tough time scoring against this Celtics defense when they're set, right? So how do you beat a team that's really good defensively? You got to go quick, make quick decisions.
Yeah, and we should do the exact same thing, by the way. I don't like how we tried to pick and choose our matchups. I like when do we really have to spend 12 seconds picking out a Jason Tatum matchup? Like, you have a matchup on anybody. Get downhill and move the ball. That's what makes us great, and I thought we went away from that today.
And let's take a quick look at how it all went down in that fourth quarter when the Celtics got back into this game, but then kind of let go of the rope. And the Miami Heat, they were able to take advantage. Jaylen Brown, he put up some shots in that fourth quarter. This is all presented by Shaw's, perfecting the art of fresh. And Scal, you take a look at this fourth quarter. It seemed like the Celtics were getting back into it, but where did things kind of unravel?
I mean, I hate to say it, but when Tatum came back out of the tunnel, everything went downhill from there. Like, Jaylen Brown was holding it down. Now, listen, Jason Tatum is an all-star, all-NBA and MVP type of guy, so you've got to put him back out there. But when Jaylen Brown was out there by himself, I think he took it upon himself to say, like, I'm the guy. This is my moment. And he had it going. And then from there, I think the Celtics kind of lost that focus. Jaylen Brown should have been the guy down the stretch.
They got to, at the end of the day, right, if you look at this box score, the first quarter killed us.
For sure.
The third quarter in game one killed us. 2 games you should win if you take care of the basketball or if you don't have a quarter like that. The last game of the season against Miami, the fourth quarter killed us. We've outplayed them except 3 quarters. And those 3 quarters have cost us games.
Today,
you look right here. Even look.
I know what the score is, But like today, when did you feel like we had control of this game?
No, I didn't never, because we got down so far.
For sure.
You know, if we're not down that far, I mean, you look at, we outscored them by 6. We tied them in the third quarter.
But you know,
and they outscored them by 9.
Eddie,
and all the guys were out there. What
They
I'm
were
saying
clawing.
No,
They were clawing, trying to get back. Yeah.
Just don't put yourself in a position where you got to claw.
When we're down by 6, we're down by 6. We weren't the better team when we were down by 6. When we got down by 9, we weren't the better team. When we got down by 1, what we do? Turnover, gave up bucket.
Yeah, I beg to differ. I don't say that we weren't the better team. I think we were the better team, but we were shooting ourselves in the foot.
Well, that
we
makes
weren't
sense
giving ourselves.
No, I mean, like, of course we're the better team throughout this series, but in this game, anytime we got close, they answered.
Because we turned it over. It wasn't, a lot of times they were answering off of our mistakes. It wasn't like, oh, that we came down and we got a good shot and then they came down. No, it wasn't that. It was a turnover. And they were, that's the one thing about these turnovers that drive me crazy. They were unforced. It wasn't like somebody's in you and got you on your heels and you're backing up. These were just bad turnovers, bad plays, bad reads, and just not taking care of the basketball. Like right there, that's where's he going with that ball?
Yeah, I don't know.
I agree with Eddie, because I said to you, Scout, when we were sitting there inside the arena, I felt like every time the Celtics were getting themselves back into this game, they were turning the ball over. So they would take 1 step forward and take 2 steps back when they turned that ball over. 23 turnovers in tonight's game.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
they lost the game themselves.
The better team does not turn the ball over 23 times.
And I agree with you.
Right.
They weren't the better team
so
tonight,
what are we
in my
arguing
opinion.
about?
I think you were arguing with Eddie.
Yeah, he was arguing.
I think he was arguing with Eddie.
No,
we are the better team.
19 live ball turnovers, 19 steals.
Are you looking at these turnovers?
I know.
If you take a look at how these turnovers were happening, it's almost like they were predetermining what they're going to do instead of reacting to what the defense is giving them. Yeah. I'm coming off, I'm going to make this pocket pass. I'm coming off, I'm going to hit the roller. That's not the read. The read is I'm going to read the defense and whatever they're giving me. Oh, if the pocket pass there, I'm going to give it. If not, oh, that's not there, I know my kickback, that's there. If that's not there, I know my kick ahead is there. It's reads. The defense gives you reads. All you have to do is take whatever the defense gives you. And think about this. When the Celtics do that, how successful are they?
Phenomenal. Off the charts. But I would just say, like, I think that what the difference is, I'm giving the Miami Heat all the credit in the world for forcing the turnovers. Their defense was so locked in. For whatever reason, we never got off of, I am going to pass this guy the ball, as opposed to, no, that ain't there. Let me just make a simple play.
Yeah.
I won't want to give them Miami all that credit defensively. A lot of those turnovers were like just bad reads. They weren't
There's a lot
turnovers.
of sloppy passing out there.
Yeah, they weren't turnovers to where they were like, man, you know, look at how good
Kyle
he was
Lowry
into somebody.
comes back, Mr. I'm going to get the steals. Mr. I'm going to make a big play. He made a difference tonight.
He did make a difference.
Did make a difference
deflection here. I talked to you guys at halftime. Like, how many deflections we had? We maybe had 4 deflections in the first half.
Miami
had 40. So that we lost. We don't deserve to win this game. And the Miami Heat, with their activity, their deflections, their weak side, yes, the Celtics made a lot of unforced turnovers, but the Miami Heat came in here and punked the Celtics. That's how it went down today.
Let's talk a little bit about Jason Tatum. He was kind of invisible out there on the court. 3 of 14 from the field, only 10 points in tonight's matchup. Scout, what happened to Jason Tatum in this game, a crucial Game 3 at home in Boston?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I thought in the first half, I don't know why he wasn't getting the matchups that he liked. I thought that we didn't move the ball well. I thought the turnovers had something to do with that. I never felt like Tatum had energy or he played with any type of force, except for right at the end of the half. I thought there was a little glimpse of what's to come in the second half, but I don't know. His legs are tired or something like that. I just did not understand why a step back jumper, he goes air ball on it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense to me, but let's really take a deeper dive into it, right? As much as we all want to anoint Jason Tatum as a superstar, right?
He is.
No, this is the one thing that I believe he's extremely good. He is great. But superstar, no, let me tell you one thing about it. Superstars don't do this. Superstars don't do this. Superstars are consistent. Game in and game out. You can count on them to do what they do. Game in and game out. You can't go a bad game, then good game. Bad game, then good game. It has to be consistent. You play with superstars, right? How many times did they come in and have a bad game and then follow up with a good game and then follow it up with a bad game?
Not many.
Thank you. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Not superstars.
That's my point. So are we using this word loosely? Like, as much as we want to give him, because he's great, phenomenal phenomenal basketball player. But are we jumping the gun and saying, because we're at times being prisoners of a moment of a game?
Sure.
You need to put this together. And that's not having anything to say, I don't think Jason Tatum is great. But when we start saying superstars and start really putting that on there, you have to consistently be a superstar.
Yeah.
You can't be a superstar one game, fall off, and where are you? I got an APB out on Jason Tatum right now.
Oh, that means, okay, well, that's good, because then that means he's going to show up in
He
game
gonna have
4.
50.
Just saying.
That means he's going to show up in game 4. He's going to have 50 in game 4.
I mean, come on. As much. I want us to. We need him to win.
Yeah.
We can't have games like that. We cannot win if he plays like that.
But don't you think if we played better as a team, he would play better?
Yes, I also
Like
think
nothing he had today was easy.
No, nothing was.
He got to wrestle with the Bear, PJ Tucker. Like, why don't we get the ball downhill and move the ball, get some easy baskets? Everything was tough today.
Well, when you're turning the ball over, it's hard to do that.
Sure.
All right, well, let's send it out to Chris Forsberg right now, who's with